this is my craft bin. Well, my crochet bin rather, for the moment anyway. So I made these scrunchies. I made this one. I've got a pink one with this. And this is Dollar Tree yarn, just so you guys know. It's Premier. The pink one is just cotton, which is good. It's a size 4. The beige one right here, this is a worsted weight, but I used to make this. And then this is the pink scrunchie. And this is a blue one, which I used this to make. This, I believe, is a size 5. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's worsted weight or not. I'm not entirely sure. I've had it for a very long time and I lost the label. Okay, and these two are the velvet yarn scrunchies. Small version, full size version. And then this is the, again, these three, the beige, the pink, and the velvet, are from Dollar Tree. But this one is from Walmart. It's the Walmart brand. And then I made these cup cozies as well. One with the worsted weight beige yarn, one with the Walmart blue. Okay. Okay, so the scrunchies I used rubber bands in all of them except for this blue one right here. The blue one has the black band. I'm trying to see if I have one to show you guys. You know, like the regular black hair tie scrunchies. That was what was used, and then I just used rubber bands in these. And the rubber bands can be any size. I have multiple size bag. I got the bag from Dollar Tree as well. So I did a lot of bargain buys at Dollar Tree. They have a lot of stuff, especially if you have an updated store. They recently updated a few stores. Not all of them, because there's still one around here that's not been updated. Actually, there's 2. Or like, well, there's one, but one of them has been updated, but it doesn't have everything that the other updated stores have. Just like a few things they have different. So yeah, the rubber bands come in different size, all different sizes, and you can use any size you want. It's just going to be the same concept for each size. Like I said, I have a small velvet and a big velvet. So this was just a smaller rubber band size, and this is the like regular rubber band size. The pink one is actually a bigger rubber band size. So if you want to, you know, you just play around with the rubber bands and see how you like it. Especially if you're just starting out crocheting, this is really good for you guys. I'm going to move this out of the way actually. But this is really good for you guys because you get to practice crocheting with different types of yarn. Like I said, the pink one is cotton Premier. It's 4 medium, and there's 104 yards on a skein. Don't know if that matters because the scrunchies don't take very much. I'm gonna just leave these here so you can see. Oh yeah, this one was made with the beige. This is the one that I've been using, so it looks a little rough. Also the ends, I didn't properly tie in the ends, so you might see the ends coming out a little bit. And it's pretty like fuzzy. I don't know if this is going to happen with all of them after you wear it after a certain amount of time. I also got mine wet. Don't know if that makes a difference. But you know, some yarns you're supposed to do differently when you wash. So I'm assuming some of them can't be as wet as others. So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So this is just 2 projects. I've got some more coming. Some more probably going to be featured in this video. So I'm just going to show you guys. I'm actually going to do the first one on a black band to show you how it looks with the store-bought scrunchies. So you can actually, instead of doing rubber bands, you can buy the store-bought scrunchies. Or maybe if you have some lying around like I do. I tend to have a lot of them lying around because I only use one until it completely gives way. So, but now, I don't even use scrunchies. I mean, those little black bands. I use these scrunchies. I don't use the black bands. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a slip knot on for your starting out. So you just do this, take your 2 fingers, the tail is going to be in your palm, 2 fingers, wrap it around. Then you're going to want to go under that first one, and then right there, pull it out, and then you got a little knot right there. Pull that, and then There you are. That's your start, okay? So if you guys are familiar with working a magic ring, this is very similar. This is not a magic ring, but it is very similar. So what you're going to do is you have your thing here. I don't know if that's a word, forefinger, but anyway. Okay, so you stick this in, yarn over, pull through, and then what I do is I go ahead and single crochet 1, and then chain 1. And you could do the reverse. You could actually chain 1 first and then crochet, but that's how I do mine. At least that's how I started out. So then from here, I'm just going to single crochet all the way around. And this doesn't take any time flat. That's why I'm showing you guys. Because I know for me, like I'm literally just now getting very familiar and comfortable with crocheting. At least for me. That helps me feel very confident with my stitching. It's more just to get you comfortable. That's really all this is. And plus, it's very cute if you like scrunchies, if you like the old like retro look in your hair. You can change up the colors, you can change up the stitch styles. Instead of doing a single crochet, you could actually start like a half double or a double crochet, whichever. But I do single crochet because I go back around with another stitch to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and this you'll just do all the way around. But what you're going to want to do, one of the key things in making these is that you're going to want to make sure with the black one, because I don't know if you guys can tell what I do with my blue one. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell, but in this one, when you stretch it out, you see that black band in there. That's not what we're going for. You want to hide it as best as you can. And I'll show you the difference. So in this one, you can see the black around here because this is a blue thread. It's a blue and a dark blue. But you can see that black in there. See that? That's where the actual hair tie is. Okay, and we're not trying to do that with this one. We want to hide it. So you want it to look like this, like where it's pretty much clear. You're stretching this out and you can't see anything. Okay, you see a rubber band right here on this side. Don't know if you guys saw that. But that's it. That's all you want to be able to see. Very minimal exposure. Keep that bad boy covered up. So to do that, you'll just scrunch this up. You'll put your stitches on there and you'll just kind of scrunch this. So note, I'm not pulling this. I'm only holding it and I'm just pulling the stitches I've made. I'm just sliding those together. That's all. Okay? So that's how you hide this. Now I want you guys to know that this was a mess up for me because it was the very first one I did. But just look at how quick and easy these are. I've made all these probably within 2 days. And I could have made more if this was all I was doing for 2 days. I would have made more. But I just took a little time out of my day and just sat down and made some scrunchies. They're super easy to make, you guys. Super easy. And they're really cute. Like, I don't know if you guys like throwbacks like I like throwbacks, but they're amazing. Okay, so this is all you do. And do like so. And if you guys want me to show you a crochet tutorial, I will be more than glad to. Because, trust and believe, I am no pro. And I don't expect you guys to be a pro starting out. When you're looking at this video, you might not be a pro. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. So then just pull it. Keep it like that. Okay? Keep it going. And this isn't, it might look like it takes a lot of yarn, but it doesn't. It doesn't take a lot of yarn at all. It actually, like, you won't even be able to tell that you actually even used your ball. My pink one, I made one with the pink. That big one that you guys saw, that is just, it doesn't even look like I used any of the yarn off the skein. It really doesn't. So we've kind of went a little too far and didn't pull, so I'm just going to tighten these up a little bit. And you can pull from both sides just to make it tight, okay? And like I said, this is great for beginning. It's great for getting confident with your stitching. Like I said, you don't have to do single crochet at first if you feel like you got single crochet down and you want to try something else. Something that I struggled with was half double crochet and double crochet. Not so much as making the stitches, but trying to understand, because I like to understand what I'm doing. I don't like to just do something and kind of be, you know, blind about doing it. If you guys want me to show you the best way that I learned how to do it, I'll be more than glad to make a video for you. If you feel like you got it down pat, that's fine. Try it. You know, try it instead of doing a single crochet scrunchie. I'll show you. This one actually was, I'm pretty sure this was probably like a half double crochet. I did all the way around. I didn't start with a single crochet. I just went on with the half double crochet for my first round. And when you do it for the first round, that's literally all you need. As long as you just pull your stitching together like we're doing here, you'll be fine. And just so you know, I've been wearing that one for about 2 weeks now. Maybe 2.5 weeks. That's why it looks really bad. But I haven't washed it. I've just gotten it wet, like when I get in the shower or whatever. Or like the rain, because it's been raining a lot out here. So yeah. And also, when you do the one with the rubber band, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to do one like this, and I'm going to do one with the rubber band to show you guys. But when you do one with the rubber band, so you guys already know that this black band is generally for all hair types. So if you have thick hair, it's good. If you have thin hair, it's also good. Maybe with thin hair, you struggle a little bit more, and you need it like wrapped around, maybe 2 or 3 times. So the ones with the rubber bands, and actually the one that I've been wearing, you can wrap 2 times. You can probably get 3 out of it, but I don't need it wrapped around 3 times. So that's, I don't know why there's grass in my yarn, you guys. That's awkward. Yeah. Yeah, they can be wrapped around probably 3 times. I know the pink one, you can probably get 4 wraps out of it because it's so big. It's a bigger rubber band, so it's made for that stretch. And it depends on the rubber band you use as well. So I used a smaller one for the gray. So this would probably wear like a regular goodie scrunchie, the little goodie, the band. It'll probably wear like a regular one, so you probably only need it like in your hair for 1 time. Maybe 2. It does stretch for 2. So yeah, and that's just an end right there. I didn't put that in yet, but it won't take no time. And the beige one is the only one I've worn. So the other ones, that's how they look when they come out. Okay, so now we're getting close to the end. Very close to the end. Actually, I should have started my tail in earlier. So what I'm going to do, there's a tail here. There's always going to be a tail in your work. If you've been crocheting, you know that. So there's a tail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to single crochet, but I'm going to incorporate my tail in. So the only way the way that you do this is just put it in with a band. So that's all you're really going to do. You're just going to go over, just like you've been going over the band, you're going to incorporate that tail as well. So you're just going to crochet over the band and over that tail. Okay? That's all you're going to need to do. And if you wanted to double up, I assume you could. It'd probably look a little weird because you're just going to be weaving it in and out with your crochets. So like right there, it's coming out. I mean, you could. I don't see a problem with it. But I'm just going to leave it like it is because I'm continuing going around here. So I'm just going to try to work it in and see how it goes from there. So we're nearing the second part of, or the second round of our scrunchie. And another thing is your tension. Don't know if you guys know too much about tension, but you don't want this to be extremely tight. You want it to be a little loose. The worsted weight, I don't know if all worsted weights are like this, like they fray really easy, but this is the only one that I've had a lot of problem with fraying. So I'm assuming it's a worsted weight thing. But these don't really have much fraying. Like you can see there's a little fuzziness around the edges. I don't know if you guys can tell about that or not. But these definitely don't. Like these look amazing. I love the way this comes out every time. And another thing I was going to plan on trying, because I've tried the velvet yarn and I've tried all these other ones. So this one is my first, actually this is my first time working with just cotton. If this is 100% cotton. That's my first time actually. And I hear that there's a lot of things you can make with cotton. A lot of things. So I plan on making like a shawl and all those sort of things. But before I get too far off, making scrunchies. So I plan on getting some eyelash yarn because I don't know if you guys have ever worked with it, but it's been on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I've seen it on clearance. And I'm like, you know, it's a very pretty color. Not too sure about using it, so I went and checked out some people that used it. And they say that it's kind of a nightmare to work with. But I'm going to try to make a scrunchie with it. Just because they say it's a nightmare. Okay, so this is the, well, getting, not really the end, but it's getting close to where we need to join these two sides together. Once again, I'm not really pulling this. I'm just pulling my stitches on there. It looks like it's stretching out a little bit, but it's not. And you want to be careful not to stretch out your band, because if you stretch it out during the making process, it's really only going to already be kind of worn out. You can still use it, but you don't want it to, you know, be worn out before you even wear it. Okay, so we're pretty much at the end. I could put a few in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You want to put as many in as you can so that it'll hide the black band, especially if you're using a different color other than black. If I was using black yarn, I probably would just go ahead and tie it in and go ahead and keep on going, just to show you guys how freaking simple this is, because it's very simple. It takes no time flat. Okay, so that's what you do there. Now to tie the ends together, you're gonna do a slip stitch to tie the sides together. Okay, the way that you do this is that you'll just yarn in here, your first loop or your first stitch. Okay, you'll go in, if I can get it in, breaking through like we at the bank. Okay, so go in there and then come in here, and you'll have that one loop. Okay, if you guys need me to show you that in another video, slow down, I will. I have absolutely no problem. If you guys have any questions, if you want to see anything, because like I said, I'm still learning, and we can still learn together. There's never a day that we are not going to learn anything. So if you want, I will show you. Okay, so now I am going to do personally for myself. So now we're going to move on to our second stitch. So this stitch depends on you. If you want to do a half double crochet, you can do a half double crochet. If you want to do a double crochet, you can do a double crochet. This is the time and point. If you've done a single crochet all the way around, you get to choose what you want to do. If you want to do the bean stitch or whatever, do it. That's the only one I know, so that's the only one I said. I'm sorry. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to want to yarn over and go in that loop. I'm going to do a double crochet. So I'm going to do this. Okay, yarn over, pull through 2. Got 2 on my hook, so I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 again. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, and then go and get 2 more, and then the last 2. Okay, so that's a double crochet. Once again, if you need me to show you this in another video, because it took me forever to learn this stuff, I promise you, I did not learn this overnight. And I've been trying to work on this for a year, well, going on 2 years now. So, and I'm just now understanding what I'm doing, you guys. So do not feel ashamed. Please do not feel ashamed. Any questions, ask. If I don't know, I'll show you the videos, or I'll give you the links to the videos that help me learn. Okay? So this is what you just want to do for the entire time. Now, remember, tension, you guys. You don't want this to be too tight, because it's a scrunchie. You want it to have some flair, and you want it to have some style. If you do it too tight, it won't stretch, for 1. And 2, your band will stretch, but the top part won't. Like these crochets here, these won't stretch. I promise you. Trust me, I know my boobin doesn't stretch. And I'll show you guys that. Oh, I messed up. Okay, let me go back. Well, it's fine. So if you mess up, it's okay. It's not the end of the world or anything, because like I said, this is yours. but just know that it is a little bit visible in these compared to the velvet yarn. The velvet yarn is the best because if you mess up, you mess up. Nobody's got to know. Actually, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm not going to redo that one because I want to see what it looks like at the end. Scrunchies that if you do mess up, they're small. They're easy to make. You mess up, you mess up. Just remember what you did and try to do better next time. That way, it'll be more uniform and it'll look better. I mean, if we never made mistakes in life, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, it's best you make the mistakes and learn from them instead of trying to correct and stop and fix everything. Now, if this was a bigger project and it was like taking you an hour to do, of course, I would stop and I would undo and try to make it right because it's taking you so much time. And you're expecting something beautiful. Like if you're making a blanket, like those blankets don't just get made within 5 minutes and that's that. Okay, they take time. So this doesn't take time at all. You mess up, you mess up. Just keep going. And you don't even know, like these are messy anyway. They're just going to be in your hair, so if you mess up, who knows, it might actually look good. Okay? And you just keep on going all the way around. Like I said, not too tight. So look, we're getting our ruffles in. That's good. That's totes good. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over 2, and yarn over 2. Okay. So this is all we have to do. Like this is literally the most work that we are doing with this thing. The single crochets were extremely easy. It's just this second stitch. If you decide to do the second stitch now, if you decided not to, you didn't have to worry about that single crochet. You would have just done this stitch right here as your first row. And you'll see that after we're done, if you had just did that first stitch for the first row, you would have been just fine because look at how tall it is. Like, look at the height on that. That's really good. And it would have been this similar height if we didn't do this one. So, no worries. Okay, so you just keep on going till we get to the end. And like I said, I'm going to show you guys the rubber band one as well in case maybe this one didn't make sense to you. I'm going to do the rubber band one, and I'm going to try to go a little bit slower in the rubber band one because it is a little bit of more work in the rubber band one, at least in the beginning, because when you start it, you don't want your rubber bands to get all miscombobulated. So I'm going to try to take that one a little bit slower. But I'm giving you the 2 variations because I hear there's one's good. Well, mostly with the already elastic scrunchie. I hear that one's really good. But I'm going to try it with rubber bands because, and I've made the ones with rubber bands. Personally, I think they're better. As far as stretch, and as far as look, I think they're better all the way around. And you just have to remember, like, rubber bands, I think, were what we all used before they came out with these fabric elastics. Okay? And sometimes to go back to the original is the best way. At least for this anyway. For this particular project it is. But, oh, I should have did this tail. Guys, I forgot. Okay. So it's not too late to get our tail in there as well. I probably won't do it though because... So, just finishing up my crochets. We're almost done. Also, if you decided to do a double crochet or a half double crochet as your first round, you would be done. See how easy it took us to do that first round? We would already be done. And even if you just wanted to do a single crochet all the way around just for a more prettier hair bow, that would work as well. This is looking pretty good, you guys. So this, like I said, this is really cute for yourself, if you want to give it to your friends, if you want to give it to family. This is a great little gift. It doesn't take that long. It shouldn't really take you like more than 10 minutes. I would say 5, but it just depends. Like if you want to do the 2 rows, it might take you longer compared to if you're just doing the 1 row. Okay, so this is actually almost done. We still got a little bit to go. Oh, I didn't yarn over. Okay, so we're almost done. We just have this little bit right here to fill in, and then we'll be done. It actually looks really good, by the way. You can do this with several different colors. So like the first row that we did, we single crocheted. If you wanted to do that with like this beige, but then the second row you were like, well, I think, you know, like maybe a black or something will look good in there. Yeah, just change it up. If you guys want, I could show you how to do that in a video if you'd like. I haven't tried it, so it'd definitely be nice to see how that would turn out. So if you guys want to see that, just let me know. We'll make it happen. And I'd be stoked to try it out anyway, because I've only done one pattern that called for a color change. Okay, so we're coming up to the end. I'm just going to do one last single crochet right here at the very bottom. I mean, one double crochet, my bad, you guys. Let's see. And then once again, we're just going to slip stitch to seal this off. So you go in, first stitch, pull up a loop, and then pull through. Then chain one, okay, and then pull that tail out. And that's it for this one.